Hi guys, welcome to a outdoor, this is my garden here. It's mostly filled with tomatoes and peppers, but I have other plants in here as well. This is a unripened tomato. I don't remember which one. I have multiple ones, but a couple of ripe ones I'm going to show you. Some of the tomatoes that I picked just recently. Here's some more leaves. I like looking at all the different patterns and everything, the different textures of the leaves. This one is more rough. So here's a bunch of different leaves. There's some flowers right there, which haven't produced anything yet. And over here we have a rose of Sharon, and there's a flower there. Figured I would get the flowers in there while they're still available. We walk over here. You see the pots of my mother's parsley, and there is a crab. That's Val's crab. For some reason she wanted to get one for the garden, even though it didn't really fit in anything. And here's a zoom in of the parsley. Kind of spiky looking. And then I'm going to walk over here past the mulch. And here's the bark of a fir tree, which actually years ago I went to there. It was a Christmas tree we got. It's got to be like 20 years old or something like that. Here's some vines and the flowers. And there's a nymph. I believe it's a lantern fly. Those things, we've been getting them for the last 2 years. There's an ant. Roma tomatoes. I got one of the labels in there. More tomato plants here. Some basil buried in there. And then we're going to pass over my garage here. Don't really care about that. Then there's the sky. Got a lot of black clouds in there. And our crabapple tree, which my grandparents planted back in the 40s. My mother grew up with that tree in the 40s and 50s. So it's been there for quite some time. We keep cutting it back because it was starting to hang over the house. And there's some more dark clouds. And this evergreen plant here has been there since I was a kid, so it's over 20 years old probably. A lot of memories with that. Balls getting stuck in it, stepping on the needles when they fall. And here is my blackberry plant. A lot of berries on it. I actually cut this back this year. It was huge, and usually when I cut it back I don't get much, but I guess because of all the rain we've been getting a lot of them. So I'm zooming in on the unripened blackberries. It's my favorite fruit, and thought I would get the leaves with the sunlight coming through. I like the leaves on this. They're kind of rough, and they're a little bit of fuzzy, but a little bit of gloss at the same time. So it really grew this year. Everything is exploding because of all the rain we've been getting. And here's some water dripping from our old air conditioner. That air conditioner has been around for quite some time, and it's like a staple of every summer memory I have because it has a unique sound because it's so old. But it was just shut off. That's why it's got that dripping sound, the dripping water. So I thought I'd throw that in there for the sound effects, and I like leaves that have water on them. It was a little bit of a breeze that just kept coming through. These are my neighbor's trees that are hanging over. And I keep cutting back, but they keep coming. So I thought I would throw in the breeze from the wind. I like watching the leaves floating in the wind. It's part of my front yard. More clouds with the dark clouds and the light coming through it. It's always a good memory for the summer. And this is a plant I got at my first college, like 15 years ago. My mother's truck, and the fiance meditating, and now I think she's just listening to music. My car there. So, funny story with those headphones. Her birthday was July 12th, and I had ordered those specific ones. They had to be the specific ones from Macy's, and then like a day or two later I found out that Amazon Prime was having their sale. I found them half off, so I bought it, and I was going to return the first one, and her boss ended up buying her the exact same thing. So I ended up returning one, and I kept one for myself. And here are some rocks that I picked up, mostly for my backyard, but I had some extra and I threw them in there. For our backyard wedding that's coming up, I want it to look nice instead of having dirt there. And over here on this side of the driveway, we have a frog decoration that's buried under peonies and other plants, and actually there's some poison ivy in there, and I'm not touching that, so Mr. Frog's gonna have to stay there for a while. And again, more of the sky. I love filming the sky, especially when it's like this with the mix of storm clouds and regular clouds in there. I think the best skies are at night in the winter. They're usually the clearest, but not many people want to stand out in the cold and film. But I think I thought it looked pretty with the sun coming through it and everything. So I thought it'd be a good addition to include in this video. I like the wispy clouds. You can just watch them slowly float away. But, this looks like this chance for a thunderstorm. That's the summer's typical here. Here's some more arborvitaes on the side of the house, the driveway. And there's some of the dark storm clouds in there. Thought I'd include that. And a lot of these trees look dead, so they look kind of like I'm filming in the winter, but I'm not. And you can actually see a little bit of a sun flare coming through. So, yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, leave a comment or subscribe or something. And I'll see you in another video. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day or night.